This is Sheena Amber, and this is Sheena's Tarot. No, this is Evolving with Sheena. 1 second while I put myself on this now. We're about to get into these 999 portals, the days, the meaning behind it. Okay. Just so I can make sure I see your comments. Okay. All right. If you don't know, my sessions start off. I'm trying to see if I want it to look like that. 1 second. Okay. So that make a little difference. Whatever, that's better. Instead of being so down. So the first part of this session is the Reiki. So while we're in the Reiki, I will be channeling, getting my downloads for the collective. This message is for the collective. The energy of 999. 999 portals. So right now, we've been hit energetically. September has been such a transformative year. I say year. The whole year has been transformative, but with all the equinox, all these things, the way the cosmos, the planets, everything in alignment right now, it's like the most strongest portal of transformation. Because 9 is transformation, is karmic lessons, is the lessons, it's the end, the completion of something. So when I say 999, and I'm talking about the specific days. So 9/9/2025 was the day of 999, right? Because the years, if you add up the year, it equals 9. The month was 9 and the day was 9. So the last time that happened was in 2016, 9 years ago. So 9 years ago, 2016, we had those same portals, those same days. So also not only on 9/9, September the 18th equals 9, September the 27th. So we have another one on September 27th. So you could have been consciously or unconsciously releasing, thinking back on 2016, thinking back of just things that you used to do, energies that you used to carry, that you no longer said you were going to carry no more. It's a end of the cycle of that. And if you keep fighting to be in that energy, nothing's going to go right because you already completed that lesson. So 9 symbolizes lessons. And it doesn't always have to be personal. It also can be ancestral too. Cycles that you had to end, things that you're not putting up with anymore because it's causing too much dis-ease to your body. Like it's something telling you within to not do something anymore or tolerate something anymore. So Grand Rising, Vanessa, peace to all the gods and goddesses. So especially if you came in my direction in any type of way, you're going through some sort of change, transformation. 555, you could be seeing heavy with the 99s, 9s, 999. Whether you're seeing it on TV, an actor have 99 on a jersey, or you're seeing this energy everywhere, and your soul is telling you, I need some transformation. You could have recently heard of a death of someone you knew. Transition. You could have been seeing a lot of crows lately. Somebody had a aha moment, either about self or something with someone that's around you. So the first part is going to be the Reiki. I will be channeling in between that, picking up the energies of what specifically, a lot with family. People are like putting your foot down. It's a lot of boundaries that I feel like unconsciously somebody is just doing. but it's making you feel more at peace now because you realize something. You realize something was your fault, or you just realize something now that was heavy to realize in your younger years. So 2016, what transformation happened that you may be still in a cycle of, whether good or bad? Because you're going to look back on the 9 years since 2016. What is the repeated cycles? What came back around for you to cut, to end, and a cycle with, complete? Because after this completion, here goes the new beginnings. But you won't be able to move forward unless you complete this cycle or complete this lesson. Rather, somebody came back in your life to complete this lesson for you, or to evolve, because it's not always the energy of just you, especially like soulmate energies. It's like connections coming in. So this is how I like to do it. You add up your birth year, right? However old you are. Let's say you're 40 years old. You add up. Yeah, so let's say you're 40 years old. No. Let's say you're 49. Make it easy for my brain right now. You're 49 years old. 9 years ago, you was 40. So that's a whole new, you're elevating, you're evolving into your 50s. You're learning something before you bring it into your 50s. It's like you're leveling up with something, some sort of knowledge, wisdom. Maybe in the beginning, so I may be speaking to somebody that's spiritual, and you've been on this journey, so it's not as hard to do law of detachment. So you have to detach from something in order to get on to this next mission or something, in order to complete this lesson, this cycle. Because the way Saturn's in retrograde too is like heavy with in your face with completing a cycle with either somebody or something. Maybe it's your old way of thinking about yourself. It's not always about someone else. Everybody's on different parts of their own journey. Because it could also be with self. What was your old belief system about yourself? What did you believe about yourself that you no longer believe? Maybe you used to put yourself down in ways that you used to speak. Maybe that lesson is coming back around for you to speak positivity into yourself, because maybe you're a prophet, a manifester, an alchemist, and those type of energies. You can't just say anything because you will speak it into existence. So that's when you look and see what it is within yourself that you need to resolve, to evolve from, you know? With some people, it could be the way you dress. It could be anything. It's all about completion. 999 portals is all about completions. And the day of those things, those portal openings, is when you really do the shadow work. You really take a glance. This whole year, it doesn't necessarily have to be on like those 999 days, but it's like heavy with the opening, heavy with you'll push a little bit faster with this healing process, with this next journey, with these opportunities, because you got to complete the cycle to make room for what's next. You got to empty something. Maybe somebody needs to really clean their closets, or like really clean their closet. Take out them cobwebs. Speak your truth. Journal it. Burn it, or put it. You can. I'll give you ways towards the end. I don't want to get too carried away. Hey, Ramon, you had this right too. 999, yes, and not even just. I feel like this energy been heavy since like July, since the retrograde started. Like it's literally. I feel like the retrogrades, it gave you the awareness to start going, because it's all inner work with retrogrades. So it prepared you, those retrogrades prepared you for right now. Because if you already, it depends on what level you are in right now, you're past the grief. So you was literally working yourself through grief. and you no longer feel guilty about something that was weighing on you for years. It could be 16 years ago. Something happened that been weighing on you and on your chest heavy. But it's no longer weighing on your chest like your heart. Maybe you've been doing a lot of heart chakra, releasing, crying, purging. Maybe you're guided to detox to make the transformation, because you're going to ascend. It's how long are you fighting this transformation? Eating good with the greens right now, green leafy foods right now will help this, like the flow of something. So yeah, that's basically what we're about to talk about. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for, I'm on YouTube. Thank you for liking, sharing, comments. I'm pretty sure you have knowledge about 9992. So it's coming up on the 27th, next Monday, is another 999 day that you won't see until 2034. So that's the next year of 9. So those that are doing the work and that's feeling that release of heaviness, release from your body, you're on the next bracket. You're on the next mission, your next stage of life. Because some people, they be stuck in the past and don't evolve because you missed that time. Confirmation of completion, of closing something out. And I'm not saying you can't close something out in between that time, but it's just like, all right, now it's the whole, somebody's on to another lesson. Wow, you have to repeat this lesson. I hope that makes sense. Yes, 27 is 9. So September the 27th, 2025 is another 999 portal. So it's heavy with somebody that's listening that needs to do some sort of release in that day. You could be a female. That's the one that's going off the most. But so ways that you can release during these portals, somebody's just asking, well, what do I need to do? It depends on what you're comfortable doing. Make your own ritual. You can go outside, you can ground in Mother Earth and do it visually in your mind. But my favorite is burning rituals. Writing something and getting a nice piece of computer paper. If you want, you can do it on a bay leaf. That's stronger with the intentions. If you do it on a bay leaf, a dry bay leaf, specifically, you can use a fresh one, but the fresh ones will spark more than the dry ones. But you write down what you're releasing, and you see it as it's burning. Now, make sure you're doing it with something safe, some tweezers that's safe, or something with a safe cast iron. You know, be safe when you're doing it. It's better to do it. It's even more powerful to do it outside. So it's already out in the universe. It's still going to be out in the universe, but to be out more with Mother Nature, if you can, let the smoke be outside. But like I said, you could do it that way. And if you're not comfortable with fire, with dealing with, flame, you can literally get a Sharpie pen. A Sharpie pen. I forgot what YouTuber I was seeing, and they were saying that. Toilet paper. It's the white piece of toilet paper. Get a Sharpie pen and you can write it down there and flush it. Use water. Use some sort of element to release that's actually doing the work. Shadow work. That's shadow work. Flush it. If you have brown paper bag, something compostable to go into earth, you can write it on that and bury it in the ground. Do what your intuition is telling you to do, but you need to do this release this year, but now. I feel like somebody needs to do it before the 27th. Start doing your cleansing, your spiritual baths now, before the 27th. But those are the main portal days. And the next one is not going to be until 2034. Another 9 years. And then the way how everything is like aligned, and it's like confirmation, still just like I don't know if y'all hear my phone go off, but it's literally going off all crazy. What type of bird is that in the back talking? Parakeets? I need the release. Positive vibes, absolutely. World 600, I think you're new. Release. You said it. I need to release. You already got the knowledge. Anything outside of yourself is confirmation. I'm confirmation. You already told yourself this. Are you listening to the confirmations? A lot of times, especially with angel numbers, they'll tell my mind. You already get it constantly throughout the day. So you see a lot of angel numbers. You see a lot of birds. Somebody could be a medium. I'm always attracting mediums to my platforms. But your guides is already in connection with you. It's like you got to do the work. Once you step on these sides of really being spiritual and really on your life journey, like you're following your soul's journey type energy, it's no slips with spiritual baths. It's no slips with speaking to yourself, mirror work, looking at yourself in the pupil, reminding yourself by looking at yourself in your pupil and connecting with your soul. Remembering it's a soul's journey and that this is just the flesh. Just saying. So let me do a little bit of Reiki. Then we're going to get into the week ahead. So make sure you check out last week's. A lot of people contacted me. Make sure y'all can contact me through email. I will respond. But a lot of you said a lot of things that I said in the last message really came true. So keep paying attention to your life's journey. Let everything else outside of you be confirmation. As my babies fly around. It's triple confirmation. Okay. And Diva loves being on a camera the most. You want to see a beautiful white bird. My baby. Okay. So let's start. Make sure you're in a seated position. Make sure you have some water with you to replenish as we release. You had to complete this cycle so you can gain balance now. You were off balance financially. Spiritually, you were off balance with something. And it's like, and this is not something easy. Like when it's portals open like that and you're consciously woke, it's like, it's not something easy that you have to let go of. Rather, it could be even health-wise, something that you eat, that you know is at the point where, okay, you putting me on a borderline of stuff. You put in the flesh on a borderline of diabetes, on a borderline of just something that you can prevent. So you have to complete this cycle in order to get to this health that you asked for, this abundance that you asked for, because health, wealth, and abundance, that's all part of abundance. It's all a part of joy, peace. So in order to get in that alignment, somebody has to get back on balance. Even with drinking, somebody drinks or you had a drinking past. And maybe you have a friend that you still hang around with that's not really, they haven't evolved. Like they're not ready for the new you. And you keep putting yourself belittling your soul because you have a big energy and you keep trapping it in this little space because of people that they're not on your frequency. You got to make that choice. Everything is free will. Nothing is, the universe don't force you to do nothing. I mean, Saturn you don't have no control over the lessons, but you do have control over how many times you want to learn this lesson. So know that when you see 9, completion, karmic cycles ending a past cycle with something, what it keep coming back around for you, energetically, relationship wise, what energies keep coming back to you that you no longer feel safe with or feel like you can be yourself with, no matter who it is. Do an analyzation of who is in your life, whether a job, anything that's not making you feel at peace. And make sure you make a list of things that is, so you can have a clear, not just go out here blind. Make a list. This is part of doing the shadow work. What is who made the cut? Who made the cut? It's a completion. This whole year, who made the cut? Who made the cut since 2016? Who fell off 2016? So this year is all about lessons. People coming back around to be a lesson all over again. And please know too that everyone else is going through their own lessons too, and their own awakenings too. Maybe those have made the cut and they've evolved. Only you know your story. Only you know your story. Yes, new here, aka Girl 600. Oh, that's right. Okay. I keep saying it. But y'all know how the downloads keep coming. People be needing to hear, I guess, specific things. Make sure you're in a seated position. Relax. We're going to start with our 5-5-5 breaths, where we inhale for 5, hold for 5, and then we exhale for 5. 5-5-5 symbolizes major change. As you do your inhale and exhale, and you do this dive with the diaphragm, with the belly. When you inhale, your stomach goes out. Hold. Exhale, stomach goes in. Diaphragmatic breaths. And every time you do that, you can feel your brain get more oxygen, your body get full oxygen. Maybe somebody needs to start doing deep breaths. What's that called? Where they train you to hold your breath longer. That I'll probably put that in the description, because that I follow a person that really is good at breaking it down to where I'm like at a minute. And yeah, but let us begin. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Hold. Exhale. I love birds and breathe normally. So somebody definitely has your guides connect with you through birds. Because the vision, as I'm doing the inhale, exhale, birds can see. That's why certain birds are attracted to you. You see them all the time. Because they can see colors. They see our frequency, our aura. They see differently through us. So me saying that, because I can actually, when my birds be looking at me when I'll be doing my Reiki and they quiet, I know they see the energy. you're either a red cardinal, blue jay, or something. It could be even a hawk. I'm seeing a spotted hawk. Pay attention to that. Sometimes when you see a hawk, it can symbolizes that you may be a seer, first of all. Spiritually, you can see visions, you can see things. And that can be either clairaudient, to where you can see it in your mind's eye and stuff like that, or claircognizant. Your clair is open. And they want you to take a closer look at something, because birds that fly high, like eagles and hawks, they have radar vision. They can see from far away. So maybe you need to see something from a distance. Have a distance between something. So you can really break down your own flow. And I always say also, especially when you see butterflies, white butterflies is my favorite thing to see, because it's confirmation that someone angelic is with you, that you miss dearly. They are with you. It's always confirmation. And you can, when you see things like that, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when you see it? Think, be still, so you can hear the message. You can answer your own questions sometimes. Butterflies is definitely significant. That could even be somebody's nickname too. Allow the energy to flow. To accept this Reiki healing, type I accept or yes. The thoughts that come into your mind, release them. You are safe. Know what place you are in life. Know that you are different from others. You are not the same. Know that you have your own soul's journey to complete. If this energy is not with you anymore, you still have to complete your energy, your soul's journey, your path. It's okay to grieve, because you also may be grieving your past self and the things that you used to do, the things that you healed from. It's time to let that not be a trigger anymore to the body, because the visions is always going to come back, but it's no longer going to give the energy of haunting. It's giving the energy of, look where I came from. I'm here. Look what I went through, but I'm here. I'm still in this beautiful realm to complete cycles, not only for yourself, but for those that could not, that came before you. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. That's why you desire so much, because you have so many guides that are pulling you in so many different directions. It's no longer going to give you anxiety. It's going to give you excitement. Excitement for life now. Like, I get to complete this. I get to do whatever I want to do. Nobody can stop you from doing something that you love. Love is the highest form. It's the highest frequency. It can never be stopped. It's always there. You have to tap into that frequency. Know what frequency you're tapping into. And especially for somebody, while you're doing this shadow work, know how to get out of that frequency. As you're releasing, as you're letting go, it's going to come a point where you have to face it. While you're in that facing it period, don't dwell on that energy for long, because you are not in that space. Be in the present. That was the card that I pulled for this session. Be in the present. With someone you had a miscarriage, be in the present. When the time is right, that soul's energy will come back to you in some way, shape, or form. You're going to reconnect with that soul's energy, whether it's physically or through someone else. you're going to have that comfort you seek. But you have to focus on thyself. So you can be in alignment to meet that frequency. Because those type of angelic frequencies, you have to be in alignment. You got to be on that soul's path. Because you always connect again with someone, with this energy that I'm talking about. And whoever this message is for, you get exactly what I'm talking about. If it's not for you, you may not get what I just said. But it's like I said, I'm just confirmation. You already have the knowledge within. Okay? Woo, that was a little deep. Gave me the chills, honey. Get excited for the new year. It is time. It's time. It's time. I feel like somebody, you waved the flag already. Okay, I'm done. So be done. Don't forget to breathe through the energy. Breathe through the release. And always remember, like I said again, so this is confirmation again for someone. When you tap into that energy, remember you can use the 5 senses to get back into the present. The see, the hear, the smell. What's the 5 senses? The 5 senses. You know what the 5 senses are. Do the 5 senses to get back into the present moment, to realize where you came from, because you have to take this cycle, this 9-year cycle. Whatever happened in 2016 transformed your life, and it was something big. But you went back to an old way in some way, shape, or form. You went back to an old way. And I did say in the last live, I was like, yeah, 999 portal, you will never see it again. And I did have to come back and be like, you will always see it again if you keep repeating that cycle. Like I said, when you make your mind up and the lesson is learned, you don't have to keep repeating that cycle no more. That energy is not going to keep coming back to you with womanizers or narcissistic people, or people that's trying to take advantage of you because you're giving too much of yourself, or you're being a people pleaser. People pleaser lessons, cycles will end if you're completing it. Any cycle is done. You're on to the next lesson. You're on to the next mission. You feel what I'm saying? So it still kind of made sense, but this year of 9 period is transformation. I feel like you can make your mind up at any point, but it's like heavy, strong. When you have retrograde Saturn in retrograde, Pluto in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde, your spiritual, your illusions, something that was an illusion, because it's dreams. You may have nightmares or something like that, whatever. Or even if it's not nightmares, because you're always supposed to pay attention to how you feel when you're in that dream state. You could see something scary, right? You can, I don't want to use that as an example. You can have like, okay, say you see somebody that you resemble. Say it could have been a grandfather that you resemble, or that passed away, but they're in your dream. But they can be in the dark in this dream. They can be in like in a dark space. Maybe you're in this house, and like, you know how those weird dreams is, you got to pay attention to the house you're in. Like, you got to pay attention to how you feel in this house. But you'll see a grandfather come out from the shadow or something like that, whatever, and you feel some type of way, but you speak like to the person, and it's like, I don't know why they're giving me this vision like this, but they're smiling. That could be symbolizing you have that ancestors on your side, helping with the dark side of things. When people try to attack you, not everyone that follow us is of the light, but they can. I feel like it's a choice. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's how you could be also. You would rather stay in the positive side, like law of polarity. It's always a hot and a cold. You would rather be of the light, but sometimes you have to find yourself, because you, like, the lessons are in the dark at the end of the day. Most of our lessons, most of our karma, our cycles, especially ancestral, oh God, those are in the dark. But in the dark is where you see the light, when you find the light. You feel what I'm saying? Find the enlightenment, hermit mode. You feel what I'm saying? I hope it's making sense to somebody. So when you're in that dark space, know the energy. Know not to dwell in that energy. Know that you are here. You're in the present at the end of the day. But spiritually, psychologically, you have to break some shit down to get to this next level. To get out of, because especially when you have to go through like generational shit, like poverty mindset. You feel what I'm saying? Having a poverty mindset. Where did that stem from? How did your family feel about money? How did you learn about money? Was it a female in your life that didn't manage money well, and you didn't, you know what I'm saying? And you picked up traits. You also got to understand, most of your belief system was based off of someone else's opinion about you. You have to gain your own belief system of what you believe in, or how you're supposed to feel about yourself, or something like that, because it's something that was you seen, and you just picked up that bad habit, regardless of where it came from. You know what I'm talking about. So that's your point, because it's not always about, you could be done at the point of releasing people. You already did that part. So what do you have to do energetically to reach this abundance? Ask yourself that. And what pops in your mind the first thing you said? Speak to yourself. Go within. You research the knowledge from, you constantly get the confirmation most of the time, every time you're on YouTube. So you get the confirmation out there. So when you're going to do the inner work, when are you going to put that action in? Because as we release, because 999 portals, it is completion, but it's also in a space of where, it's also in a space that where that was because the truck. I can always feel when the energy is off, when this truck goes by. Whatever. Pay attention to distractions. Pay attention to distractions. That could be too. That could be some part of somebody's thing too. Paying attention to distractions, something steering you off your path. Like I said, since 2016, you got a lot of thinking to do of what is repeating in my life. You feel me? Okay, we're going to do another set of 555 breaths. Okay, just to clear out the energy a little bit more. Maybe somebody needs to, if you have like meditation bells, ring them around your house to clear the stagnant energy. Do a house cleanse. You know, it was just the new moon. Maybe somebody needs to rotate their hips in clockwise position. Clockwise is new moon. Counterclockwise is full moons. You're manifesting, you're drawing in for the whole next moon phase, positivity, new things, new opportunities. But you also will have to release before that. So whatever you did, so maybe somebody did something last full moon, because that thing was no joke. It was was the last one the blood full moon? I believe. It's been heavy. Yeah, it was a blood moon. It was like, yo, the planets was aligning everything perfectly for this miracle to come in. You could be C3 and 333 or 333, 555. Somebody's seeing a lot of angel numbers. Let's do our final set of 555 breaths. I want you, because it's going to come up, whatever image that caused any tension in your body as we do the inhale exhales, you're gathering that information while you're doing the inhale. Your stomach is expanding out. Hold. Then you're going to release it. Let it go. Let it flow out of you. Release it. It no longer serves you. It no longer serves you. It's time to do the emotional healing that you need. Maybe you have water in your chart. Pay attention to where the water is in your chart. You are so ready for this new beginning. Your soul is so bored of the old you. That's why it keeps forcing you these directions. It's time for the adventure to happen. Let us begin. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Hold. Exhale. And breathe. Breathe. And breathe. Allow the energy to flow. Okay. So now we're going to get into the angel numbers. The first part of my sessions, Reiki, then we get into the angel numbers, then the collective read. I really pretty much did, we talked about the portal, 999 portal, things you want to release on September the 27th, another 999. I feel like, especially if you've been doing it since September 9th and September 18th, that you feel, and if not, you will feel a load off of your shoulders. It's like this heavy burden that you've been haunting yourself with all these years. You've been placing yourself in that situation because you're going to have an aha moment that is going to finish the storyline. You keep going back to a specific part of what happened that is like traumatized you or whatever. But what happened either before that is what you want to have your moment with, or after that. That's going to make sense of what happened, because you're putting yourself in this guilt that is not yours to carry. You were manipulated to think that this was yours to carry, and it was the person or whoever did it to you or whatever. It's their burden to carry. They have to live that lesson of that burden, but I feel like you was the one that carried it. But that energy is being sent back to who it's for. Please take what resonates. Let me get with the, where's my other angel number book? So if you don't have your own angel number that you've been seeing during this time, I randomly pick. It's still going to make sense. Everything is still going to be in alignment to being in the present. The first card I pulled, and then I get into the card pool, collective pool. Angel number 162, improvements. Change brings abundance. I said this in the beginning. You gotta clear this out, clear this debt. So 9 is also karmic debt. It's karma. Karmic debt. Whatever this karmic debt that you had to finish, pay off, whether it's for you or your ancestors, it is paid off. 555, 55 energy too. Change brings abundance. You are being reminded through the number 162. Wow. If you add 162 up, what does that equal? 9. What does 9 bring? Change. It's the completion. It's like the world card. You completed this cycle. Have you really learned the lesson? So you don't have to repeat this energy coming back towards you, or something coming back towards you. You have learned the lesson, and it opens you up to new frequencies. But you had to pass this lesson. Whether it's to put yourself first, you know your journey. And if you want to tap into it more, I do have a soul flow session. 20% off. Click the link in the bio. You are being reminded through the number 162 that without a present change, things cannot get better for you. Your angels ask you to shift your perspective and see how things are going away. Oh my God, confirmation. That's what I'm saying. All that stuff, I hope y'all was paying attention. Because here goes the confirmation. I'm going to have 3 sets of confirmation for you. So this is the work that you're doing within yourself that you need to release during this time. Now, you don't have to wait till the 27th, but 27th, actually really do an actual ritual that you can. This is all about the subconscious, but you have to see this ritual happen. You have to physically, you're doing it energetically and spiritually, but you got to see this. You're a seer also. So you have to really do a ritual. If you're not forced. Come on, you're not forced. You can speak anything into existence, so you can just speak it. But either be with that moon energy that night, or it's something about doing an actual ritual for somebody. Take what resonates. If your soul is like, you know what, you're right, I know what to do it. Especially if you haven't already. So let me run it back. You are being reminded through the number 162 that without a present change, things cannot get better for you. Your angels ask you to shift your perspective and see how things are going away. Are leaving room for new and improved to show up. So did you not hear me? Raise your hand, please, if you heard me already say this. So know that you're in alignment, because it came out twice, literally back to back. Your angels ask you to shift your perspective and see how things that are going away are leaving room for the new and improved to show up. Repeat this mantra. I look forward to the future. I look forward to the future. I look forward to the future. And always repeat things 3 times, if not 7. But confirmation. Angel number 566. And this is the first time I got this one. Scaffold life. I don't know. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I'm going to just put it in scaffold. I believe that says, yes, scaffold life. Okay. It's your experience. Take control over how you frame a present experience. See the repeated, I always say also, what is the repeated words I'm saying? What is on a card? What is on the main picture of this live? Be present. So this is what you do. Pay attention. Taking control over how you frame a present experience is necessary. Your angels want you to ask yourself what you can get out of this and how it can help you in the long run. List your present challenges and what you want to overcome, as well as learn. 9 energy. I pray you are paying attention. I'm so glad I did it on YouTube, so I don't even have to upload it and be all extra. Listen, please take this time so you can experience a life with, because I feel like somebody has a heavy heart, and you've been experiencing life with a heavy heart, but it's time to let the burden go. What you have a heavy heart for, I feel like it was something that was misunderstood, because you only keep reflecting back on the trauma part of it. You have to look deeper within the trauma. Was it a repeated cycle of this specific trauma? And if it's not necessarily, you know what I mean? It could be attracting womanizing energy. Has anyone else in your family, in your bloodline, experienced being a womanizer? Rather it's through the masculine energy or female energy. You can break your own cycles by paying attention to what the cycle is. And at that time is taken with being in the present. Like, what's going on in your life right now? What is going on? Okay? So present keep coming up. Let me do one more in this book. Angel number 418. Now, this could be somebody's birthday too. April 18th may be significant, or 2018, April of 2018. I don't know why they giving it to me like that. Or April 16th. You could be an Aries energy. Fear desires. Trust in the divine. Trust in the divine. Trust in the divine. How can you trust in the divine? Trust in your intuition. Trust in your own downloads, and you know the difference because you know the energy that you feel when you either get the images or the thoughts. What do you feel at that time? You know if it's on law of polarity, hot or cold. You know, you should be knowing what you're tapping into, what type of frequencies you're tapping into. You're about to get that awareness. So it depends on whatever part of the journey you are in, but you're having an awakening. You're having an ascension. You no longer want to do the things you used to do. This last cycle, since 2016, what's been going on? Trust in the divine. It's hard to ask for what you want, because if you don't get it, it disappoints. Hold on. Check this out. So I want you to hear a repeated word and type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Construction. Yes, World 600. So you understand. You understand. You are under construction. See how you can put your own shit together? Just by taking the time to having your aha moments. Having your still moments. Even if it's like you can get aha moments washing the dishes. Maybe you need to tap into water more. Somebody could have water in the chart, or you need to pay attention to where water is at in your chart. Maybe you get downloads in a shower, in water. Play with your elements. So pay attention. Type in the chat. What was the repeated word I just said? And if you don't, I'm going to tell you anyway. It's hard to ask for what you want, because if you don't get it, the disappointment can be heavy. Take some time to write a letter to your angels, asking them specifically for what you want. Trust that they hear you. Somebody, you could be going back and forth with your belief system because you're scared it's not going to work out. Or you're scared to take this chance on something because you're scared it's not going to work out. That's where you're coming in clash with you and the divine, because you're not trusting thyself. Trusting in it. And I feel like this is somebody that never really took a leap of faith. You always had this comfort zone. And that's what I'm saying. If you do have Aries in your chart, see where it's at. Because you have to take the lead for this rule. Aries are leaders. They go for what they know. Sometimes they like to move alone, but it's for a reason, to know that you can do it alone. I hope that's, I don't know, I'm hitting somebody. All right, let me do one more out of this book. Angel number 5678. So if you've seen 5678 or usually in like 5, 6, 7, 8, or 56, 78. That could be significant. Keywords are good fortune, relaxation, better family relationships. So the meaning, if you see 5, 6, 7, if you see like scales and numbers after repeated numbers after themselves, just like they have one for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Your luck is looking up. Good fortune is coming your way. This can range from an extra $20 found in your pocket to receiving a massive rage. I said rage. Ugh. Somebody has massive rage. Maybe that's coming in between something. Maybe you had to deal or heal with somebody that had massive rage. Something is taking your energy off course. Something is making you feel imbalanced, because it's all about balance with this energy for the alignment for September 27. I keep saying 27. So September 27. Release it. You don't have to do it. I guess that's what you have to release during that ritual. On the 27th, somebody with massive rage, maybe you have massive rage. I know that that can be an Aries energy. When we in our low frequencies, we can get to a point where we want to, you know what I mean? It can go 0 to 100 real quick. So maybe that's what you're working on, your massive rage. You're tapping into more of your feminine. You're getting balance in your divine feminine energy and your sacral masculine energy. You're getting the balance in it. Maybe you're speaking that affirmation. I am balanced in my divine sacred divine feminine energy and my sacral masculine energy. You're talking to something. Maybe you're doing some chants with that. Okay. Relish having a turn of fortune in which you have the upper hand. Your angels will also send this number to ask you to relax. You can't rush around at all times. This is a gentle nudge to recharge your batteries. Eat a snack, take a relaxing bath, or book a trip to Cabo. Do nothing productive at all. Make time simply to relax. Also, if you see this number again and again, you can look forward to better family relationships. Maybe there's been some division or a rift in your family. Perhaps you've had a hard time communicating with your teenagers or partner. Your angels always want you to have peace and harmony. And so, when the timing is right, they'll send the message of hope and reconciliation to bolster your spirits. An affirmation could be, I encourage good fortune to find me always. I encourage good fortune to find me always. I encourage good fortune to find me always. You have to put yourself first. If you are going through a situation like that, in order for the other side to see themselves, if that is the situation, you have to take a step back so they no longer can connect with your energy to use you as an excuse. Because when you're no longer their excuse, all they have to do is sit with self, and they may not like it, but that is the choice. Because like your angel said, we want peace and harmony for you. Who is you? You. You. All right, now we're going to get into the collective card read. So if you were just here for the Reiki and the angel numbers, thank you for joining. Thank you for tapping the screen, giving me that like. You know you love it. All right. What is the message for the collective for the week of, what is it? September 21st to September 27th. What is the message this week? Got two at the same time. Miracles. You may have two miracles on their way, but in order, look, miracles, and you have depleted. Again with this exhaustion, again with them confirmation. Get some rest. Because the type of abundance, miracles don't happen off of knowing something's going to, like, you know it's going to happen, but you have to let it come in unexpectedly. Somebody's forcing the miracle to happen by saying, oh, it hasn't happened at this time, so you feel discouraged in a way. Yeah, reassess that immediately, because it's taking you off the frequency of this miracle coming in. And you got to get some rest. Maybe you've been waking up at odd times a day. Pay attention to the moon cycles. Maybe somebody's paying attention to that, because you may be affected by your body is aligned with the moon in some way. Like I said, you may have water in your chart somewhere. Somebody, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You have water in your chart. So the moon is water. It connects with the water. So pay attention to the moon cycles, because the moon cycles can affect you. Maybe you need to be doing something around the times you're waking up. Feel what I'm saying? Especially with miracle type stuff. Maybe you already did the work, because they have a notebook and pad in their hand with this depleted. You are over giving and not taking enough time to rest and rejuvenate. Reevaluate your relationships and commitments, or you may soon risk your health deteriorating in some way. With somebody, you stressing yourself out off of a family situation, or an issue with somebody you have a relationship with. They're making you feel like you're going insane. That's a feeling, like going insane. Like it's like right before you hit your nervous breakdown. You need to release yourself and focus on yourself. Seriously. Somebody could like photography or something about Instagram. Maybe you need to take a break off of Instagram. Maybe you've been feeling like that. Somebody can play the saxophone or the trumpet. Somebody that's always coming in and out of your life, taking flight, being trickster, sneaky, is really in your way. They're behind you now, but they are going to come back to test you to see if they can still, but you've evolved from that. H may be significant and E could be significant. So it's a masculine energy from your past is going to come back. Now this is, you could have a relationship with him, but it's something that you've evolved from, for sure. That person may be a like sociopath or a narcissist or something like that. They got a mental disorder. It could be a father figure, or you have a child with this person, or they have kids, or it could be your father. Someone could be wanting to move overseas, Bangkok or something like that. Asian. Confirmation. My phone went off. 11:42. Somebody could be born in November. Or since like last year you've been wanting to move, or you moved last year or something like that. Maybe something you want to move. Maybe somebody needs to work with the crystal Jet, Jet. Okay, and miracles. But you're feeling depleted and you need to get some rest. And analyze your relationships. Pay attention. Somebody's sun sign could be, you could be a sun sign. Leo may be significant, or fire sign. Miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. It's coming. It is coming. You already got the confirmation with some sort of abundance is coming towards you. That's why you're asked to lead these persons to have faith. That's why you're asked to, wherever you're in, whatever situation you're in, whether you let these people go or not, or let a job or anything, have faith. Whatever it is, have faith. And remember I was talking about birds? Eagle view, the eagle eye view, or the movie Eagle Eye could be significant. That came in my head. Yeah, you're a seer. Have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that, because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. Confirmation on the miracles, magical ways. You're a manifestor or you're an alchemist, whatever you want to call it. That's you. Maybe you having that awareness. You know what? I did speak negative. I do speak, and it's all about awareness, self-awareness. I do speak negative about myself. You know what I mean? You're paying attention to what you be saying. Maybe somebody's having that. And you're having a view, a deeper vision with a relationship that you're in. Whether it's with another person. Richard could be significant. Richard. Take charge. Take charge. Or Richardson. Take charge. For somebody, you're holding guilt because you taught somebody something and they excelled, and you were left behind in some sort of way. So instead of like looking at it, you know what? I'm a teacher. I'm a master at this thing. Taking your mastery and presenting yourself as, a master at something, as a professor at something. Maybe somebody is a professor, but you've mastered something and you were able to have someone else evolve. Instead, you took it as envy instead of taking it as, let me present myself as a master. Take charge. You're taking a back seat in a relationship or situation, and it may end up costing you time, money, or an opportunity. You need to step up and regain control once again. Again, with that eagle eye view. Have faith in what decision you come up with too. Jump in. Jump in. Because as soon as you release this stuff, you have an opportunity coming towards you. Jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. Faith. Have faith. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. I know you're going back and forth with in your mind, like, oh, I'm not ready, this and the third. Yes, you are. You've mastered something. Take charge. Take charge. You can lead. Take charge. You are a teacher. You are a master. I don't know if I showed the evil one. Take charge. Jump in, water sign. Somebody may be a Pisces. And consider the options. Consider the options. You've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible results. The highest possible result. So don't jump in for the first opportunity. Opportunities are coming your way. All right, and let me do the card. Give me more with depleted. What are they depleted about? Just to give you a deeper insight to be like, all right. Okay. Let me do this. Depleted. Counsel. Maybe you need to seek counsel for it. We got the Emperor in reverse. Counsel. Counsel. I don't know if I'm... Lovers. Maybe somebody's going through counseling because it has to do with some sort of romance. Is depleting you. It has the potential, but we're going to read. I like to read with these books. I like to read out of the book because I love the description. But Lover's card is also a choice because they're like, consider the options. If this person is not treating you, listen, because we in 9. We're in 9. It's like, are you going to, is it worth doing another 9 years doing this, whatever it is? And you may not have known this person for 9 years, but is it worth another set of this same lesson? Rather, it's the energy of the same energy, but coming in through a different person. That is the lesson. That energy that this person is carrying, it reminds you of another lesson of the same cycle. This week, you're going to have to make a big choice. Now, if this does not resonate with you, this is not your message. Book a session. Everything is in the description. But for somebody, this is not only a lesson for you to heal from, but you're healing it for your ancestors. Because I know for a fact someone else in your bloodline went through this. But you're finally putting your foot down and saying no. They wasn't raised to say no. All right. Council. The Emperor in reverse. Heavy with an Aries. Maybe. In low frequency. Because like I said, this here goes that anger. That 0 to 100. Because upright is stable. They're grounded. You feel what I'm saying? They're the father, because it's a father figure. So it's like the father of the lessons. Like you could be a father figure too. You could be a masculine energy. Here we go with that father figure energy. But the father of lessons, Saturn energy. And it's something about your Mars. Maybe your Mars is in Aries. The Emperor, upright, sitting on his throne, is a man with a strong personality who watches his empire come together. Firmly believe nobody should be alienated. He has established a safe place for everyone to live and coexist. During his upbringing, he was taught that he is the only person who has control over himself. He will not surrender that power to anyone or anything. Those who dare to attempt to impose any constraint over him will witness his ungodly warmth in reverse, which knows no limits. The eagle feather, again, maybe somebody had found the eagle feather, maybe you find feathers. Pay attention to the colors that come towards you. Black is protection. Gray is angels, usually archangels. Pay attention. Whites, you already know, it's protection. The Emperor is holding the eagle's feather. The eagle feather he holds in his hand reminds us that control for the greater good helps to establish structure and to refrain from becoming possessive. It is in reverse, counsel. Maybe somebody's seeking counsel for their temper or a spiritual advisor. You know, everything is in the description. My soul flow sessions where we tap in energetically to your soul on this part of the journey, where you're at in your soul's journey. We tap in my soul flow session. Everything is in the description. Right now, my 30-minute live Reiki, or it can be recording, those are 20% off. I think it's $44. And my soul flow sessions right now are 20% off, $80. All that is in the description. Yeah, so it came out in reverse, so that's counsel. So again, somebody, you have a hot temper, you'll black out. You are learning the lesson of not letting someone trigger you to get to this point. But in order, you have to dive deep of why are those emotions coming up? Because I feel like somebody, like maybe you have something, trauma with teasing, trauma with someone belittling you not being like heard or something. You have some sort of trauma that now when you got older, that's your ego built this defense mechanism, aggression, or maybe you were taught to fight, like everybody in your family are fighters, but in a negative way. And maybe that's was something that you have to heal, your temper, because the Emperor in reverse is an angry person, no control, no limits. and you'll black out and not realize the present moment could change your life forever. With somebody, it's your temper. You will have to sort out a dispute or problem that is bothering you. Confirmation. But you feel you don't have many options available to you to do so. Never resort to any action or words of violence, since it will only make everything much more complicated and cause grave consequences. Like I said, someone's going to test you this week. Don't resort to doing like going to jail. You feel what I'm saying? Or setting yourself back to learn a lesson of temperament, balance, having balance. Some people believe, some masculine energies believe that they don't have like feminine energy in them. And that's the problem why they have so much aggression. And it could be females too. You're very aggressive. And it's like, sometimes in a positive way, yeah, that's passion. You could be very passionate, but it comes off as aggressive. Maybe you tapping into your feminine energy a little bit more. Self-care, self-love. Never resort to any actions or words of violence, since it will only make everything much more complicated and cause grave consequences. If you are ever caught in a situation like this one, find someone who has dealt with it before to see what advice they can offer. If you follow their advice, you will find a solution to most of your problems, which in return will give you peace of mind. Know that so many people went through what you went through. Your journey, someone else went through it. It may have not been just like that, but they understand the energy that you feel. It could be through a different situation, but they understand that frequency. You're going to either you go to a counselor or you're going to speak to some. Not all counselors went through what you went through, but a lot of counselors, spiritual advisors have. So maybe you're a person that you love speaking to the elderly, but you love learning. Maybe you were always that kid that loved to speak to older elderlies, more seasoned. Like as though you missed something. Like you always wanted to know what happened back in the day, learned a lesson. Like you like to speak to elderlies because you want to hear their lessons. Once you get to a certain age, they start talking about the past a lot. What have you learned? And some, if they real ones, they'll let you know the truth. Because if they're telling it to you, you're mirroring something. You went through something they went through, and they're trying to warn you to not go through it or put your foot down in something. You feel what I'm saying? Start paying attention. Even if it's like throughout the day and you meet somebody shopping or something and they give you some knowledge, you're gonna come in contact with somebody that's going to give you some sort of knowledge that is going to be confirmation, because you're gonna remember this live and you're gonna be like, you know what? I can't do it. This is too much confirmation. That is going to open this way for this miracle to just come in way faster, way quicker, because this is going to help you with your confidence, to put you on that frequency. Those frequencies are not for everybody to sit in. You have to be in your emperor to sit in that type of room. But right now it's in reverse. So maybe somebody's working on their temper and they don't let somebody that you have love for or something, they're going to become a choice or something like that. Lover's card upright. It could be a romance. Maybe you're dealing with someone that has, like, they could be a father figure, or they're a child's father with them, and they have a temper problem. Or you flip it if it's for you. Okay. So with the Lovers, romance, they're being clear. Romance. The Lovers stand together profoundly in love, fascinated by each other. They wonder who they are now and where their love for one another will take them. Will it be eternal or short-lived? They are confused if this, I was going to say they are focused. Maybe it's going to be a transformation for some relationships though. Yeah, it still is upright when it fell. They are confused if this is lust or love, but they don't care. The soldier holds a turtle's dove feather and gives it to her. It presents his fascination with her, and she feels the same. The rabbit below their feet represents the purity they embody together. Blindfolded Cupid floats above them, ready to shoot his arrow and seal the deal. Their hearts are racing, prepared to love each other beyond words, and unlike they ever done before. So upright romance represents intense feelings of love for someone or something that has captured your heart and made you feel alive. It is a feeling you don't want to end. If you are feeling emotionally or physically alone and require the companionship of another person, search for someone who has chemistry with you, things in common, and allows you to express yourself. When you have a strong desire for someone or something, don't hesitate to take the chance and see where it takes you. If the risk turns out to be favorable, enjoy it while it lasts, period. So the turtle dove feather advises you to love yourself and remain loyal to yourself and faithful to those in your life. Remember to keep promises you've made to others and yourself, and never give up on the dreams you want to fulfill, period. That always comes first in order to be in that frequency to meet somebody like this. But I feel like with somebody, either someone has a past of it or you're leaving somebody in the past. Yeah, reward and recognition. Listen, reward and recognition. If you did have a past of this, maybe you're going to be counseling people that also, maybe you are a counselor and you're going to be counseling people that also went through what you went through, or how to control your temper or something. Reward and recognition. Congratulations. Your hard work will soon pay off and take you to the direction of your dreams. And it is teaching with somebody. It's people in the background on both of these pictures. 44 may be significant. Maybe you're seeing a lot of 4-4s. That is your path, honey. Your hard work will soon pay off and take you to the direction of your dreams. Acknowledge your efforts and own your power. You hear me? So hopefully there was a message. I gave you things to do. That's the message. The week ahead, watch your temper. Have faith. Have faith that everything is working out exactly the way it is. Unexpected money is coming in, a check in the mail. Pay attention to your mail. Yeah, dime. You been seeing dimes? Something is coming in for you. Give me one for this week for the collective. Yeah, you're very wise. Owls could be significant. Omar. Abundance. Something sweet is coming in. Something sweet. Maybe you're putting honey in your bath, your spiritual bath, to cleanse you, to draw in love. So you're going to find this true connection, the Lover's card. But I feel like it's after you leave someone behind, because jam symbolizes divine creativity, something sweet to look forward to this week. Yeah, owl, like I said. Wise, wisdom, aha moments, your intuition, transformation, spirit guides, owls. They could be messengers, sharp vision. You're wise. You've learned something. You're very wise. You're no longer somebody's packing their bags, or somebody that was baggage. Somebody's also taking flight. Somebody's name could start with the letter Q, or H. Yeah, higher authority. You're getting some sort of respect now. Higher authority, higher power, shelter your mind. Maybe you need to protect your crown at this time while you're getting this download, this wisdom. I'm talking to somebody that's spiritual, because you need to pay attention. The gem, reward, abundance, recognition. You have to take charge though, and take this wisdom that you learned. Maybe you need to work with amethyst. Something about the mind. You have a sharp vision, a sharp mind, and higher authority. So you leveled up spiritually. Yes, the spiritual ranking is different now. You no longer have to go back and forth with something in your mind. You're protected. You don't have to go back and forth no more. You're protected. You have to have faith in something. You have to have faith, protection. You are sheltered. Spiritual safeguard, divine protection, spiritual security against negativity. Protect your crown, like I said. You're very wise. Yeah. You're on this journey for a reason, and it's ancestral. The wood, the trees may be significant. Your roots may be significant, but it's your spiritual path. You're on the right spiritual path. It's your wisdom. It has to do with your wisdom. And then we have peach. Somebody could be from Georgia, or your ancestry is from Georgia. Maybe you've been wanting to move from Georgia, or yeah, it's a positive change coming in. Again, with something sweet. Maybe you make jam. Maybe you like to make homemade things. You use a lot of mason jars or something like that. You like to preserve something. Preserve some sort of energy. It's something sweet. Positive outlook, abundance, longevity, love, romance again. Someone could be coming into somebody, or you're getting some sort of, and it's abundant. Something's coming in. Good luck, abundance. Some, like I said, pay attention to, maybe you're born in the year of the rabbit. Something's coming together for you, for sure. Something's being woven together, and I feel like your ancestors have a lot to do with it. You're on a good luck of things. The rabbit is good luck and abundance. When they get pregnant, they have a bunch of kids. You have a bunch of blessings that's waiting, miracles waiting. They're waiting on you to get some rest because you're feeling depleted, and for you to get on that frequency to receive it. It's there. It's coming together though. Okay, it has to do with the mind. Maybe you're drinking more like lion's mane. You're switching your coffee, lion's mane coffee. Maybe you trying lion's mane coffee. Yep, you're releasing the baggage for sure. So thank you for joining this live. Quick announcement. So I started doing like email clients. Well, with the package. So with the Patreon, the first to get like the lives, I'm starting to do my lives with the Patreon, and that's going to be with Discord. Now those lives, the actual like the viewer can come in on the live and ask the question. That's where I will be doing separate live questions where you can ask me instead of us typing. That is going to be meetings every week to check the energy. You can ask one question during that live, but then most likely it's just going to be collective. Whoever enters that live, it's going to be a message for them. So the email one, that's part of the sacred. So all of my tiers start at $5. I do have a free one where I give information and stuff, but the real knowledge, those start at $5. The 21 comes with 1 monthly email for personal email, card pull, oracle pull, and yeah, I already said that. New moon and full moon collective rituals, those are separate tiers also, and I believe those are 25. So that's the Patreon. I'm getting busy over there. Check me out. Click the link in the description for my Patreon. Click the link to book your own personal session, 20% off 30-minute readings, and 20% off the soul flow sessions, where we dive in deep to your soul, the spiritual evolution, your journey. Okay? So I think I said everything. Rewind it if you missed anything. You said 116, 162. I'm just seeing it. Let me do those angel numbers for you. I hope they're still in the chat. I don't know if that book have 1126, but I know it has, because this one goes up to 999. I'll do 16. Or did I read 162 already? Yeah, I read 162 already. I read that. Yes, Tammy, you came in. It was such a confusion. Did you see my emails, Tammy? I'm glad you're in the chat. I thought the session that you booked was for today, this Monday, and you booked it for next Monday. So I was in the live, girl, and I'm like, where is she at? Usually you on time. Next Monday. Gotcha. But I sent you an email. I emailed you because I had your cards already on a whatchamacallit, and I emailed you your card pull for that. So, because you didn't respond when I had texted you Saturday or whatever. You see my emails. So 162, I'll read 162 again because it's the reason why I look back at the chat. Angel number 162. So they must want you to remember improvements. Change brings abundance. Don't fight the change. Saturn retrograde is going to bring you the lesson. Change it. You know what lesson it is, so change it. What happened 16 years ago that you said you wasn't going to do, and what happened in 2016? That's 9 years ago. Completion, 9. Scroll back to when I was talking about the number 9 and its importance and the dates. September 9th, 2025, September 18th, 2025, and September the 27th, 2025 is the day of 999. The 9th month, the 9th day, and the year equals 9. The last time this energy happened was 2016. The next time this energy is going to happen is in another 9 years, 2034. 2034, 9 years. So during this year of the 9, are you accepting the change, or are you ready to repeat the cycle again? And the cycle can be repeated with a different person, or a different career, or a different way. How are you, law of polarity, hot or cold? What frequency are you at, or you want to be? You are being reminded through the number 162 that without a present change, things cannot get better for you. Your angels ask you to shift your perspective and see how things that are going away are leaving room for new and improved to show up. Repeat this mantra. I look forward to the future. I look forward to the future. I look forward to the future. You said next one a year. Okay. I love our sessions, Sammy. We get through things. Welcome back. Yeah, 9 is karma. Karmic cycles. Karmic debt. You feel what I'm saying? You completed the karmic debt, but do you want to repeat that cycle again? You already completed. You already learned the lesson from. And this lesson can keep coming back from different people. Okay? Now, I don't think this has 1126 in it. They do have like a mixture of numbers, but I don't see 1126. Yeah, got like a 989, 898. I don't see 1126. No, but I can give you 11, which is spiritual awakening. And I like to, so with 11 anyway, with the 2 1s, it looks like a road, right? A path, the journey. So when you see like 111, then they say make a wish, or think of something positive that you really, really want. Visualize yourself in that energy. So they could be telling you that you're in a manifestation energy, and you could project anything towards you that you're visualizing at that moment. 111, you know what I mean? You can envision it. You're an alchemist energy. So 11 is spiritual awakening, soulmate, potential, and partnership. And this is what I wanted to say too. When you're doing, and I'm gonna have a separate video more about this 999 energy and how to break down where are you at in your spiritual path, what is this year, by totaling up your birthday. I mean your birth year. No, not that. We'll talk about it. It's the age I'm talking about. So let's say you're 44. What happened 9 years ago? Or you're 49. It's 49, yeah. 49. Where was you at? Yeah, because if you're 49 and 40, they both equals 4. Because 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So 40 is 4 years. So that same lesson is coming back to you. Foundation and stuff like that. So it's like that repeated cycle. What in your life and foundation was off, or home life? What was off? You feel what I'm saying? That repeated type cycle. That's what you have to work at with the karmic cycle. That's what karmic cycle is ending. I'm gonna have another video breaking it down more. I'm about to do that. But that's where you can figure out, okay, what part of this lesson am I learning right now? And it's going to make sense, I promise you. So 11, your angels have something powerful to share with you. Many times when someone begins to experience symptoms of a spiritual awakening, this angel number appears. A spiritual awakening is a discovery of self that makes you question almost everything you think you know about the world. As this can be a difficult time, your angels want you to know they're with you on the journey. This angel number also appears when a soulmate may enter your life. Perhaps you've been thinking of your current partner as the one, but you'd like to be sure. Seeing 11 over and over is a validation that you've met that certain someone. You could also be receiving an opportunity to a partner with someone in a business sense. So it don't always have to be romantic, but a lot of times, because it's been 111's soulmate energies reconnecting to see if they learned the lesson or if they evolve in twin flame stuff too. Seeing 11 over and over is a validation that you've met that certain someone. You could also be receiving an opportunity to partner with someone in business, in a business sense. Maybe you're looking for a partner with whom to start a podcast or YouTube channel. This is your angel's way of letting you know it's definitely possible. Affirmation: I am ready to walk on my spiritual path. And of course you are. Repeat it 3 times. I am ready to walk on my spiritual path. I am ready to walk on my spiritual path. And of course you are, because you was led here. You was led to me. It's going to be a journey. Let me get one for abundance this week. This was a long life. I was not trying to make it this long, y'all. 55 is change. Change is coming. Pay attention to your dreams at this time. And trust them. Trust your daydreams too that come towards you, good or bad. The collective this week is the message for them in their abundance. Raise and promotion. Like I said, either it's going to be through mail, checking the mail or something. You're getting some sort of abundance this week. I love when I see it, and I love when y'all tell me the confirmations that y'all get. So don't forget to email me and let me know the stuff came in and that it resonates. If you're scared to do it in the chat, you can email me. Let me know it resonates. I love when y'all do that. So raise or promotion. Congratulations. An increase, again with congratulations. Reward and recognition. Congratulations. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Have I not been saying through this whole life, it's the frequency that you put yourself in is going to show you this reward and recognition. That's the way to reach this. Stay focused. Stay releasing. Stay dealing with those emotions that's coming up during this time of where, like, what you need to focus on to release. Scroll back if you need to know what type of rituals and stuff you could do at that time. It's almost here. It's this Saturday or, yeah, the 27th, September 27th. Pay attention. Dreams of abundance, like I said. And I think I said this on my Evolving with Sheena, the TikTok. It was a 4-hour live, and I was saying how you had a sign in your dream that money was coming. Pay attention to that, the signs and symbols in your dream states. I'm so grateful too, Vanessa. Hey, Angel 101. Again with that 11 energy. 101 is still that 11. Somebody, you're closing out a cycle. 1 is new beginnings. Fresh starts. 0, it's like That's like an in-between number. So it's like, that's like an in-between number. 1, new beginnings. You could be closing out, you could symbolize it as closing 9 cycles too, but 9 is the completion. But it's like a space number. 11, you're on the right path. You're on a spiritual awakening. You are not under attack. You're under an ascension. 2 weeks ago, that was the energy. Last week's energy. Maybe you need to check out. So I may need to check out last week's week ahead. You're not going under attack. That you had to get your energy back. It was draining energy in the beginning of the month because the way the planets and stuff was aligned. The retrogrades giving you that inner work. And rather you kept burying it down, but it's going to still be there for you to work with. So don't do that. Dreams of abundance. Pay attention to your dreams. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. That's not always in the, that can also be in daydreams too. When you get an idea, an aha moment, like, oh, you visualize yourself doing something out of the ordinary or something different, write it down. For those that's looking for that in employment. But with somebody, we have a raise and promotion out here. You're on a good, stay positive. Gratitude list. I recently started doing this again. Get your gratitude jar out. Cut a piece of computer paper up. Write every day what you're grateful for. Put it on your abundance altar. Maybe somebody's doing altars, money altars, altars, self-love altars. That's another way that you can do this shadow work during this time. Get a picture of yourself. And I think I told somebody that's in the chat this already through a session. You're going to take a picture of yourself. And it could be a picture of yourself in 2016. If that's what this is an example. But any stage of your life you can do this with your self-love altar, when you're working and you're focusing on a part of your life that either was the most traumatic or where it was like, that energy, you work with yourself. You put up a glass of water on that altar, things, certain crystals on that altar, certain herbs if you want to on that altar to help remind you of self-love, to help you focus on self-love, to project that energy towards healing that past life of yourself, whatever. So gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. Know the difference. Know where that energy is coming from. What and who you are grateful for right now. Keep focusing on gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. Let's say you found a $20 bill. That's abundance. Be grateful. Or you got a sale or something like that. Be grateful. Or something free. Be grateful. Anything, a compliment, be grateful. You feel what I'm saying? Especially during this time. Unlimited ideas is coming towards you. Unlimited. Do the work. Do the work. With somebody, you could be a magician or you used to tap into the music or something like that. And you've been guided to tap back into it and you just don't feel confident that you'll be. Do the work. You got it. Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one of the infinite, God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. You're not tied down. Somebody thinks that they're tied down to a commitment or tied down to an obligation, career, or something. You're not tied down. Organize yourself. Do the work. Do the work. It is not enough to dream. So we talked about the dream. So when you get the dream, what do you do next? It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are divinely guided to take. So this week, the idea is coming in. This week is the week that you got to really pay attention to your thoughts and decipher the divine or your insecurities. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Someone could be meeting somebody in a community or something that's going to help with this promotion or help you be seen. Donate charitable work. Give joyfully to organizations and people who are spiritually who spiritually support and inspire you. And know that your generosity will be returned to you many-fold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. It's like give and it will come back to you. When you give, you get to the Lord. Gratitude. You're about to give, or you did something, you helped someone, you donated something, maybe you're donating clothes or something to a shelter or something like that. You're doing some sort of charitable work and it's about to come back to you, or something that you did in the past is coming back to you. You gave something and you didn't have it. Yeah. Detox your friendships too. Stop playing with that. Savings. You're going to be able to save money. As you consistently save for the future, your future is saved. Or you save, you've been saving. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Okay. I feel like money is not going to be an issue. Your past, you had to, in order to break some sort of poverty mindset or poverty, generational poverty thing, you had to go through the journey you had to go through to learn what money is, learn about credit and all the other stuff or whatever. And the path that you chose brought you here to evolve to where I feel like soon money is not going to be an issue. You'll be able to save. You'll be able to do whatever you want. You'll be able to vacation. You make that choice in your mind. You make your mind up that that's what you're going to do. Okay. Okay. Yes, I went back and watched it. It was so good. The 4-hour one, Tammy, that thing was powerful. That is, and that's that. Look, all of my lives that I do on TikTok, they are now going to be on my Patreon. All of to me, the vibes be, I still be lit over here too, but TikTok be just, I don't know, I'll be turned up in those lives. And I have to post some past lives on there too. That's going to be confirmation, because something that I said in the past is now, because everything is different timelines. I could be speaking of something that's going to happen, already happened, or you're in the present moment of it. And I feel like something I said, I remember the outfit. I don't remember what I said, but I remember the outfit that I had. I'm going to post it, because something happened that I said in that for somebody. So I'm going to post that in a little bit. I have a challenge coming up that's going to be posted on a Patreon. Make sure you're active on that Patreon, because sis is getting real busy over there. Make sure you check out discernment. I posted a discernment checklist. Pause before you act, before acting, and it's only coming up for reflection again because we had that Emperor in reverse. Somebody with a temper. If you got a short temper, pay attention to your temper this week. You will be tested on your temper. So the discernment checklist, that's posted on the Patreon. I have a couple things, charts and stuff to post on there. How to understand your birth chart, and it's a lot of stuff I'm about to post on there. So make sure you're following that. Even with the free portion of it, all of my Patreon start with $5, and you'll be able to get the lives, the past lives, current lives, and I am going to start lives with Discord, so y'all can ask instead of me having to wait for the questions. You can just ask right then and there. One question for the collective a month, but we're going to be doing, no, that's a week. I'm doing a collective meetings a week for that, so we can check in with the energy. So yeah, it's all about that action, but right now you are in a space of reflection, getting rest. Just do the run back real quick. Miracles came out. Depleted came out. Reward and recognition came out. Have faith. Jump in. Take charge and consider the options. Don't run with the first thing that comes your way. Sit, go within, tap in. Because when you're in a frequency of abundance, many things is going to come towards you. You have to have discernment. That's the reason why I said discernment checklist. So somebody needs to check that discernment checklist out this week. Somebody's going to test you. Okay? So thank you for joining me. I hope you found a message in here. And see you later. Peace. Peace, love, and light.